Welcome back, Bison Nation. My name is Charlotte Davignon.
And my name is Halee also.
And tonight we'll be taking you through campus, local, and national news. Stick around. Pentax Restaurant Group is bringing back Taco John's. Based here in Fargo, Pentax operates 46 Taco John locations across 8 other states. CEO Brett Itterman says the plan is to open the Fargo restaurant before the end of the year, with the hopes to add 3 more. They have a franchise rights for the Fargo-Moorhead area, but the initial focus is to be going on Fargo and West Fargo.
The world-famous Louvre Museum in Paris was the target of a daring heist. Thieves broke into the museum and stole several prized artworks, including rare paintings and sculptures worth millions of euros. The robbers used advanced tools to bypass security systems and escape before the police could respond. The museum staff discovered the theft early and immediately alerted authorities. Paris police have launched a full-scale investigation and are working with international agencies to track down the stolen art. The director of the Louvre said the heist is a devastating blow to the cultural community and promised to improve security measures.
A 6-hour overnight standoff at the South Fargo Hotel has ended with the arrest of a wanted fugitive. Police say there was an anonymous tip that led them to the Best Western Plus Kelly Inn and Suites just after 8 p.m. on Monday. Officers had learned 31-year-old Trevor Nelson, wanted on a felony escape warrant, was in a hotel room. Nelson has a long criminal history in Cass County and refused to surrender, despite repeated commands and chemical irritants. Red River Valley SWAT evacuated the hotel as Nelson barricaded the door. He was taken into custody shortly before 2:30 a.m. Multiple agencies assisted during the operation, including Grand Forks Regional SWAT, West Fargo Police, Cass County Sheriff's Office, and North Dakota Highway Patrol. The hotel guests were relocated during the standoff, and Nelson was taken to a hospital for medical clearance before being booked at the Cass County Jail.
Get ready for a night where art, music, and magic comes alive. The Folkway Night Bazaar returns to the Fargo-Moorhead area, a one-of-a-kind street market filled with wonder and whimsy. There will be live music, local artists, and themed entertainment. Visitors are encouraged to dress up, explore, and shop from the unique vendors offering food, art, and drinks. For $20, guests can grab an experience punch card that unlocks special activities throughout the night, with roaming performers and interactive moments around each corner. The Night Bazaar promises an unforgettable evening of creativity.
Oak Grove Lutheran School's North Fargo campus was placed under a brief soft lockdown Tuesday morning while police searched for a suspect nearby. According to school president Bob Otterson, Fargo police requested the lockdown as officers investigated a stolen vehicle about 3 blocks from campus. There is no direct threat to the school, but asked administrators to keep students inside to reduce congestion as the K-9 team searched the neighborhood. Officers first located the stolen car using the city's flock camera system. When they first attempted to stop the driver, the suspect fled, abandoning the vehicle on Elm Street North. Despite an extensive search and with the help from Clay County sheriffs, the suspect was not found. 2 officers remained on campus until the lockdown was over and classes were resumed at 11:30 a.m. Police say the investigation into the stolen vehicle continues, but there is no ongoing threat to the public or the school.
Campus Attraction is hosting roller skate night at Skate City. Admission is free along with skate rentals. Grab your friends and hit up the rink for a night of music, fun, and memories. Bus will leave from the Memorial Union at 6:45 and return around 9:15. You are more than welcome to drive to the venue yourself. This event is taking place on October 28th from 7 to 9 p.m.
As winter approaches, NDSU's Volunteer Network is hosting a coat drive to help keep the campus community warm. Coat distribution will take place on Friday, October 31st from 9 a.m. to noon in the Room of Nations. Any student, staff, or faculty member in the need of a coat this winter are welcome to stop by. All remaining coats will be donated to Churches United to support others in need across the Fargo-Moorhead area. Coming up next is Sports with Jack and Weather with Henry.
No kid deserves to go hungry, but try as they might, not every family can afford to put food on the table every day. That's why the Great Plains Food Bank and their partner agencies work every day to bring food to our hungry neighbors. Every dollar donated can provide 4 meals for those in need. Go to greatplainsfoodbank.org and donate today so no kid in North Dakota ever has to go hungry.
My name is Becky Parker, and I'm a news anchor at WDAY-TV. I graduated from NDSU in 2010 with a degree in journalism, broadcasting, and mass communication technologies, and then I had an emphasis on broadcasting. Principles of broadcast production and advanced broadcast production. Those were favorites because they were the most relevant for career experience. You're calling people for interviews, you're writing an article. It doesn't just feel like an assignment, it's like actually doing it. I was the news director for the first full semester of the Bison Information Network. The BIN advisor here was very much invested in me to actually have a career in broadcasting. He helped me get my internship and my first job. The people in NDSU's Department of Communication are really interested and helpful in getting students the connections that they need in order to get a job beyond school.
The NDSU Bookstore, where every true fan and alum goes to get their pride on. Gear up with a variety of high-quality t-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, and more. Made by top-of-the-line brands like Under Armour, Nike, and CI Sport to help you show off your Bison pride. The NDSU Bookstore has everything you need in your two favorite colors, green and gold.
Hello and welcome back to Bison Sports. I'm Shadow Money Wizard Gang. 2 weekends ago, the Bison traveled to Terre Haute, Indiana, taking down the Indiana State Sycamores 38-7. After thunderstorms caused a 2-hour and 15-minute delay at halftime, the Bison came back out to get a turnover, 4 3-and-outs, 5 straight punts, and a turnover on downs while shutting out the Sycamores in the second half. Quarterback Cole Payton had 12 completions for 149 yards, and 1 passing and 1 rushing touchdown. Safety Jalen Crumby intercepted a deflected pass to start the third quarter, and Cole Payton ran it in from 3 yards out on the next play. Last week was a Dakota marker game between South Dakota State and North Dakota State. NDSU is 65-47-5 all-time in the series, winning last year 13-9. The teams play for a famous quartzite replica trophy weighing nearly 75 pounds and carry it around the field immediately following the game. Next week, they take on Youngstown State at home. Women's soccer traveled to the Twin Cities last weekend with a game against St. Thomas. It ended in a draw with Morgan Russman scoring her 6th goal of the season late in the first half. The Tommies would answer 12 minutes later when sophomore forward Emily McCarthy scored her 3rd goal of the season, tying it 1-1. The Bison finished the regular season in Tulsa, Oklahoma, taking on Oral Roberts. The Minnesota Wild traveled to Madison Square Garden last Monday, taking on the New York Rangers and defeating them 3-1. Rookie Danila Yurov scored a tie-breaking goal midway through the third period for his first career NHL goal. The Wild drafted Yurov in 2022 with the 24th pick in the draft. Goaltender Philip Gustafson had 22 saves, while the Wild snapped a 3-game losing streak. Artemi Panarin scored the lone goal for the Rangers, who have now fallen to 0-4 this season at home. The Wild traveled to New Jersey to face the Devils Wednesday, and then host the Utah Mammoth and San Jose Sharks over the weekend. That's all I have for you this week, but here's Bison Overtime for a deeper look at sports.
And boy, what a game this was set out to be. From Terre Haute, we'll just pick it up right away. Cole Payton to Rajon Nelson for 9 yards in a 9-yard game for Jorge Valdez. We're chasing him out of bounds, and then Payton will make some magic here, rolling, now circling field, reversing his field, and fires a bullet to Bryce Lance for a first down to the Indiana State 43 and a first down.
Call him Josh Allen.
Yeah. Now, Marika Penu here is going to find a crease, get some help from his friends to pick up this first down. Right there, he's able to pick up the first down to the Indiana State 33. Now, Payton surveys here, throws the ball. He's going to throw this ball. Watch this. He throws this back across the field to Lance. It comes back for it for 15 yards.
They always tell you not to throw across your body. Cole Payton can do it.
Yep. Now, Payton on this pass is going to fire one to Makai Collins near the goal line. He tips it. It's intercepted by Jorge Valdez. First pick all year for Payton. Indiana State doesn't know how to celebrate right, but even then, they pick up the big play. Now, Keegan Patterson out of his own end, out of a complapsing pocket. The pass is complete to Rashad Rochelle. Great name for 13 yards to the Indiana State 16. Now, Patterson here is going to check the ball down to Nick Osho, who was stopped short by Logan Kopp. But routine punt, right?
Wrong.
Wrong. Oh, those tricky trees. Harry Trom takes the fake punt 18 yards to the 42-yard line. Mekhi Collins will hurt his ankle on the tackle and would not return.
It wouldn't be a trap game without a fake punt, Grant.
It's almost fitting at this point. Now, Nick Osho here on the 1st and 10. He gets planted in the backfield by Keenan Wilson and Nathaniel Staling. But 3rd and 1, Sycamores need a yard. Patterson gets a yard to pick up the first down. Now Patterson here on a 1st and 10. Hits Zach Drawdy Jr., who breaks 2 tackles to the NDSU 23, a gain of 25. Now Nick Osho on the carry here runs into his own blocker, but still manages to pick up 9 yards and get to the NDSU 9 for a first down. Now Osho here takes the toss, and he's going to score from 5 yards out, and the Sycamores lead it early 7-0. That was a 14-play, 97-yard drive.
That's most of the yards they get all day.
Peyton back to throw, does some wizardry here in the pocket. Gets the ball to Jackson Williams, but Williams, catch the ball, man. If you forgot the football, the Bison dropped 3 footballs in the first half.
Yeah, uncharacteristic there from Williams.
Sycamores bring the blitz. No one's open downfield, so Peyton runs for 15 yards to the Bison 42-yard line. That's a first down.
Like I said, Josh Allen.
Now 3rd and a foot, DJ Scott with the pitch. Picks up 6 yards to the Indiana State 43 for a first down. Sees more DJ in the second half. Now Peyton on the read option. He outruns Caleb Harris to the edge for 16 yards for a first down. Now next play from scrimmage. Peyton surveys, directing traffic. Nothing open downfield. Uses his feet again. He'll pick up 12 yards this time. Little juke there to get inside the 5 to the 3-yard line for a first down. As I said last week, when Davies Eagles make plays, I'm going to tell you about it. Cole Peyton hits Truman Wehrmeyer in the flat for a 3-yard score. It's Truman's first career TD. We're square at 7.
We love when the Fargo kids score touchdowns.
Absolutely. Now here's 3rd and 8. It's Dion Brown, and he is tackled in the backfield for nothing.
3rd and 8 run play, we'll take that all day.
Interesting 3rd down play call, to say the least. Now 2nd and 10 here off the punt. Sycamores once again get in Peyton's face, but he makes something out of nothing here, and he gets 9 yards to the NDSU 34-yard line, just short of the first down. So we're going to go for it on 4th and 1 and pick it up, right? As it turns out, he was short. Looked like he may have gotten it, but the referees on the field said he was short. The TV copy is inconclusive. Turnover on downs. Now Keegan Patterson is leveled by Nathaniel Staling. He lets the pass go and it falls incomplete. He got lucky on that one.
Yeah, easily could have been picked.
Sebastian Lopez's 41-yard field goal looks like my pitching wedge. Far and right, no good, and the score remains level at 7. Now 1st and 10 off the missed field goal. Peyton's going to bubble it to Bryce Lance, who picks up 6 yards to the NDSU 29-yard line. Next play, Peyton's going to boot out here. Off the play fake, boots out to his left. Now he's going to take off and run with it, and he's just going to pick up the first down. Indiana State played good coverage all half long. And that great coverage eventually leads to a sack as Peyton trips on his own feet. They'll give Lucas McAllister credit for the sack. But Peyton on 3rd and 15 wings this one into triple coverage. It's fortunate it wasn't picked off as he's looking for Chris Harris. Rajon Nelson looked like he was open. Didn't see him, though. Bickerton would pin the trees inside the 20, though. And it will lead to a 3-and-out as Peyton hits Tullen White-Hatch, who's stopped by Taylon Edey, who was in for Darius Gibbons, who was suspended from the first half due to a targeting foul last week. And 3rd and 5, Peyton zips it over the middle to Rajon Nelson for 14 yards to the 37-yard line.
Classic Raja, 3rd down, go to him.
Now Peyton's going to look deep here on 3rd and 9, looking for Jackson Williams again, but the ball is overthrown by about 2 yards. So after back-to-back penalties on both teams, this is going to look like my driver, Ethan. Eli Ozick drills a 54-yard field goal, the second longest kick in program history behind Ken Johnson from 55 against SDSU back in 97, 10-7. The Bison are in front. Scary scene, though, on this play. Nick Osho was tackled by Jackson Dudenheffer, but Dudenheffer is hit in the neck by Keenan Wilson. He remained on the ground for several minutes.
Yeah, this is not what you want to see ever in any sporting event, football especially. It's really scary, but glad to hear he's hopefully okay.
Yeah, and then the heavens opened, but a few moments later, 2 hours and 15 minutes to be precise, the Bison would get back on the field. I know this doesn't look great now. As you see, just the weather, just the rain on the field there, but they would get back to live action. First play, Logan Kopp hits Keegan Patterson, ball goes flying, tipped into the hands of Jalen Crumby, who gets down to the 3-yard line. Big play to open the second half.
Slow starts. I don't know. Second half, it looks like there's been fast starts, so gotta love that.
So 12 seconds in, they get the turnover, and Ethan, we saw this against the Salukis as he boots left and takes it himself for the touchdown at 17-7 Bison. Not even a minute into the third.
Reminded me of the Illinois State snow game a few years back. They came out energized and led to a win.
You won't see many passes in the second half due to heavy rain, but Peyton would hit Reese Kessel on this one for 12 yards to the Bison 35-yard line.
Kessel has to catch 10 or more yards. It's a rule.
It just has to happen. The Bison get a little creative in the run game as the toss to Rajah Nelson's going to pick up 6 yards and a first down. Same play. Different back. Let's try DJ Scott. Same play. He gets 7 yards and nearly picks up the first down.
He ran hard on Saturday.
He
I'll
did.
say that.
Now call DJ Scott Thunder as he rumbles for 27 yards to the Indiana State 16 for a new set of downs.
Giving me Bruce Anderson vibes there.
Just a little bit. 2nd and 9. Thunder gives way to Lightning as Barika Penu is going to break free, and he scores from 15 yards out. That would end a 9-play, 80-yard drive with 6.
Vintage Bison football. Run, run, run.
Penu back on the ground, another carry, another 12-yard pickup to the NDSU 30 before Drew Covington's going to wrestle him out of bounds. Now a 2nd and 10. Ethan, in the rain, you do two things. You run the ball and you throw it to Reese Kessel as he picks up another 11 yards across the middle to the Indiana State 42-yard line.
Just looks like a faster version of Noah Gindorf out there, doesn't he?
Into the fourth quarter, the Rams really leaned on the Sycamores front as Penu rushes for 17 yards to the Indiana State 18 before Jimmy Kamal Clark is able to run him out of bounds. Now DJ Scott pays Clark off by running right by him for an 18-yard score. It's 31-7 NDSU. He has an 88-yard drive.
Yeah, that's, like I said, vintage Bison football. Just pound the rock.
Another punt for the Sycamores. Cole Payton looking, has all day back there. He's going to launch one deep, and who's there? It's Bryce Lance. 42-yard completion to the Indiana State 20.
Almost forgot about Bryce Lance.
Another whole-hum 70-yard outing from Bryce in this game.
Yep.
Cole Payton once again gets outside the pocket, and this time completes the pass to Jackson Williams. He'll come right, helping his quarterback, gets up the field. There he is right there, gets the first down inside the red zone to the 7-yard line. And Barika gets it in from a yard out, and the route is on. It's 38-7 North Dakota State.
38 unanswered, by the way. Doesn't happen a lot.
Now, each game the Bison dress 5 freshmen. One of them makes their biggest play of their young career as Chase Evnick sacks Keegan Patterson on a 3rd and 13.
And look at the reaction of the sideline.
Isn't that great? Now, Keegan Patterson's going to check the ball down here to Cale Vanderbush. And Ethan, where did Peter Haugo go to school?
Fargo North High School.
Turnover on downs. Big play for Peter. And Nathan Hayes would kneel the game out, and the Bison get to 7-0. Little handshake in midfield, and now the game is on.
Hello, Bison Information Network fans. I'm Henry Raddock, and welcome back to the Halloween week of weather. As you can see, I'm all dressed up in my fun little attire. Today, we're looking at 56 degrees with 44, with a bit of rain. I know, not the greatest, but we gotta have it. It's almost that time where we get to snow, and just be thankful that it's just water. Precipitation at 35, humidity at 84, and wind at 5 miles an hour. Moving on to our day-by-day forecast. Tuesday, tomorrow, we're experiencing some more rain. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we're seeing some sun, though. 51, 50, and 50, 37, 32, and 34. Now, the day everyone's been waiting for, Halloween. It's almost here. Partially cloudy skies with 52 and 34. So when you're going out at night, just make sure to layer up a little bit more because it's going to get chilly. Saturday and Sunday, we're also seeing a lot of colder temperatures, 52 and 49, dipping into some of the lowest temperatures we've had all year. 36 and 34 for our lows. Now moving on to our national weather. As you can see here, a lot of the country is cooling down. In this part of the Rocky Mountains area of the country, we're seeing a lot of temperatures in the 40s. Even on the West Coast, we're seeing a lot of colder temperatures from the heat of the summer. And even in the South, we're seeing a lot of 70s, a bit of 80s in some places like Dallas, but a lot of 70s where the previously was 80s. So we're actually cooling down. And the East Coast is also cooling down as well as the Midwest, obviously. And eventually we'll be seeing snow before we know it. I know, but it's just a fact of life. That is all I have for weather. Be safe out there, NDSU. Have a good time on Halloween, and roll herd.
Thank you for watching the Bison Information Network. I'm Shadow Money Wizard Gang, and remember, roll herd.